Okay. Actually, as I wrote on the message that I sent you guys. Actually, I'm the owner of an IT company for many years now. And apart from that, I also give classes to university. In the
Okay, so you got your own company. You also teach in university. Is that what you said?
At the moment, I'm focused on expanding my IT company, and I've done some big jobs. Maybe I can share with you.
We can.
Basically, I maintenance of IT infrastructure, CCTV, electric fence, access control, AV over IP systems. Like I do infrastructure for homes and companies, like for video and sound, but everything on the IP infrastructure. And mostly I work with different technologies, depends on the area where I'm working on. And sometimes I also work in alarms and fire uh, alarms and intrusions also. Now I'm planning to also working on automation, like PLC programming, things like that.
Okay, so it's a
But
lot of things. Yeah,
yeah,
got it.
I don't have only one focus. I work with different technology, different systems. I work more in the integration area.
Okay, got it. And
So my
uh-huh.
my main objectives now is to, because I deal with the server system a long time ago, but now as the versions already changed and there are new features now, so I need to upgrade myself to get updated knowledge on this field, so I can give a better uh, service to my clients in design also, because I don't only do the implementation, but I also design infrastructures. Uh, so I need to have the knowledge of these systems better, so I can come up with a better design and a better implementation. Also for
Got it.
the networking, yeah, because I work with different system in the same network, so I also need to find a way to better customize the configuration, because I have to maximize the usability of the same infrastructure to use different systems. So I need to use a better way, like working with VLANs, things like that. So we don't have congestion on the network, things like that.
Oh, okay, no. So I think I got a little idea. So let me ask you a question. Are you doing this like solo yourself, or you have another team? Like you got team members? How are you doing this?
I have my team. I have my
Okay.
team, but I'm on the front of the. I'm leading my team.
So
So it
you're kind of
means,
like the main person, and then you probably got like a maybe a support, just at very entry level who can just take over some of the basics, right?
yes, yeah, I have some. I'm a team of almost six people, 6 to 8 people.
Six, 6 people, and all of them are not capable to do what you want to do, like server or networking stuff.
No, they are in different areas. Like they have people that run the cables. Uh, in case we need to prepare the conduits, everything, organization of the cables, things like that. They work more on the physical layer.
Okay, I got it.
And I have another assistant also, but it's just a junior assistant. So
Junior
I'm
assistant.
planning, yeah, and then I'm planning to increase the know-how of my team, myself, and at least one more guy, so I can come out with a better service. This is my main objective, not only for my company, but also because I work also to university. I want also to give uh, improve myself in my classes, things like that.
What do you
My
teach in
main
the
problem,
classes?
uh, what I teach is software engineering. It's a different thing about it's not the networking. It's about the designing software, uh, user requirements, designing things like that. Uh, and I also give about us about network programming to
Okay, more
programming.
like automation.
So, no, socket programming, client server socket programming.
Oh, okay. Thought you said software. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So in university, my experience is in programming, but maybe because we don't have a lot of teachers here, sometimes they can give me a subject to give on in the network. So I need to have also a better knowledge.
Okay, got
My
it.
main concern, because we
Mm-hmm.
don't have labs in my city, is difficult to find a company like yours that can provide us trainings where we can put actually the our hands on the lab and tested everything. Our experience comes from our work.
I
We
see. Yeah,
learn on the
that's the same issue
yes,
even in the US. Like a lot of training providers or college universities, they're the same all over the world. They don't have too many lab systems. That's why people come, like they find us because of the hands-on. And it's not just labs, it's the way we teach as well, because exactly how you are learning at work, we are doing the same thing. We're teaching the same skills from work. So it's kind of
yes,
combination of both.
yes. So most of
Okay.
my knowledge came from experience uh, in the project implementation. I've done many projects, even in fiber optics also. So I have a different knowledge in different areas, not only on the configuration, because I know some people, they're just focused on configuration. Like if you've done like Cisco, they just stick with uh, configuration part of Cisco. But me
Mhm.
myself, uh, I like to get know-how of every level of the project.
We got it. Understand. I think I got a lot of your points. And of course, it's a little different areas that you're touching, and I'm going to explain it. So the question over here is that
And
what is
problems,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, problems
Hmm?
in our market, we don't have a lot of options. We have to know everything
Yes,
because
that's yeah, got it. So like it's like a UAE market, exact the same way. Like they hire, or even an Asian market, they hire one engineer. That one engineer is all in one IT shop that you usually call. Like if they hire an engineer, he or she needs to know everything.
exactly.
Yep. Okay. So what the thing is, here's the thing. Like from academic point of view, we cannot teach all in one. Does it make
Yeah,
sense? Like I can, I
yes,
can, I can kind of go give you an overview of how many services do we have, and because you're so knowledgeable in your own field, you're more better than I am to pick on what you really think is best for you. This is what we can do from an academic side, where we are more of like a training providers. We also work in different type of technologies. We work with different companies, but I'm not going to be the best person to say you exactly need to do XYZ. But I'm going to tell you the flow, which in most cases how people come to us, and we train them because that's the method we use, and then they get trained, right? So there are a few things that I'm going to touch on, and then you can let me know what works for you and what may not work for you. But before I get to that point, I want to know what's the most important thing for you. Is it you need to like, I'm looking for like, okay, what's the most important step that you need to take? Is it in the teaching area that you're going to teach people, and you need our help to make sure that you understand networking and all that, and then your student needs to get some sort of access so they understand it better? Or is it you alone, you need to get into these different type of labs, and then you want my suggestions or advice in here? Like I just need to know what's the important part that I need to start right now.
at the moment, you guys are more focused on the infrastructure technology, right?
We're focused on, yes, infrastructure. Mainly it's going to be toward from IT support to all the way to a DevOps engineer. We're not going to get into more of like a hardware side of it because we don't want to touch that side. And yes, you're going to get a lot of lectures
Correct.
when you go to
Yeah,
the Cisco side
like
of it.
from at the moment, yes, at the moment, priority is myself, so I can give a better support to my company.
Okay, so okay, priority for
Obviously,
yourself. And then you
yes,
mentioned that
yes, obviously, if I get this, if I expand this know-how, it will also benefit my work at university also at some point
okay.
because it's all
So
connected.
So let's first target the area that you felt that you need to learn it the right way, and then you can get into those servers type of like learning, and then you want to upgrade those skills, and later on, I'm sure when you get into these systems, you will figure things even by yourself, right? So let me share my
Yes,
screen with you, and we can kind of go over it, and then you can stop me in the middle if you feel like I'm going off the topic. So do you see the screen?
yes, I can see this one.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes,
Okay. So here, this is our website, and basically I'm going to log in as a premium member because you're looking for hands-on access, and for that you must get a premium membership, which is either you can go with monthly access or you can go yearly access, and membership is right here. So I'm just going to log in one of the premium membership, and then you can basically stop me in the middle when I go through these things. Okay. So first question is that you want to learn about a like administration, server administration, networking from a proper
network administration.
Yeah, you want to learn it in a proper way so you understand everything, from
Yes,
from theoretical side, and you want to move into practical side where you feel like more confident so you can talk about it to other students as well. Is that the main question here, right?
yes. Not only student, for also my clients and other professionals, because
Right.
sometimes
Correct.
I need to purchase some devices, so I need to interact with suppliers. So I need to be able to explain them better what I'm looking for.
Okay. So let me actually open the website, and then I'm going to show you where you can get started, because there's a learning piece in it. And then there's this other things that you're mentioning for like clients and suppliers and things like that. Those may be something you could probably detect it yourself and you can figure it out. But let me first show you how you're going to learn it the correct way first. That's like our opinion. You can change that. So let me log into the website and I'll let you know where you need to start, because you're not a beginner over here. You're a person who knows stuff. So I'm going to jump into what actually you need. Okay. So I'm going to log in right now with the premium account. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here is our portal. Okay, so now you see on the left side, we got a roadmaps. This is for people who mention that I want to learn things the correct way. So here's the roadmap. Can you see
Yes,
where I'm moving my mouse?
yes. I can see. I'm
Okay, so
following
I'm
you.
gonna hit, yeah, so I'm gonna put on roadmap. So look, you are not at this level. You're not a person who, if you say that you're working with clients and all that sort of stuff, you're not the person who, if I say, what is DNS? I'm sure you know about DNS at this point. What is DHCP? You know all that stuff. This is very basic stuff, like just knowing. I'm not talking about configuration or going deeper into it and things like that. This is just for IT support people. Like, okay, they need to know about network. What is a network?
Yes,
What is
yes,
DHCP? What is DNS?
yes,
What is IP?
yes, yes,
Now,
yes.
my thinking from talking to you, you're above this level because you're dealing with clients. You're above this advanced level in IT support as well. What you're asking from an academic side is this right here. Let me actually open, let's go down. This is where what you're asking here, transitioning skills roadmap. I'm going to go ahead and click on this roadmap. It's only one course, but it's a very long course. It's designed by a network engineer who have countless amount of years of experience. I think more than 10 years or something. And the network engineer is also an AWS engineer as well. So this person is like an engineer and a DevOps who created this whole program, who's like the instructor of this. Okay. So this
Yes.
guy, when someone come to us and they say, I want to learn about network, I want to learn about systems administration, but if someone just comes in and say, I'm a student, I'm just moving from IT support to networking, then they have to go through the study and practical in this course. So when you click on it, let me go through the little bit of the chapters over here so it makes sense to you how we have designed it. So this is for like everybody, even your professionals, your coworkers, or anybody that is below your level, and you go through this, you are going to be recommending this because they cannot even talk to you about something more advanced if they don't know how to configure an IP addresses from just basic level, right? You're just going to first,
Yes,
you're going to first sit down and explain them how does the whole IP addresses work in a network? Because if they don't know that, how can you even go to the advanced level, correct?
yes, yes,
So once we open this one course is, we call it transitioning roadmap for a reason, because this whole information, the labs, everything is like a bridge towards every other advanced career in IT, whether it's networking, systems administration, cybersecurity, DevOps, you name it, everything. This is like the core now for advanced jobs. So on the left side, you see it starts from extreme basics like OSI layers, but this is not some sort of like, let's just do like a 20 minutes type of thing. Each video is long video. Look at this 1 hour video. So this individual will really break down things at this level. And then here's his credentials. This is the name. This is the credentials right here. And then it's going to go into troubleshooting. Then it's going to go into more explanation. And we have updated this recently, so we can add the cloud as well in there, cloud and security. Then what's happening after that,
yes,
you see there's labs over here. So you're going to get into an actual lab by clicking over here. You're going to scroll down and you're going to basically hit this launch button right here. And then that will launch the lab just from the course directly. So this is what we have done for our members, that when they say I'm lacking skills or I'm lacking practical skills. So one, they need to know the theory. They cannot skip theory in this course. Now, for you, because you may already have a lot of experience and you may have went through this in your education at some point, some of this could be a piece of cake for you, but it could be more of like a brush up skills for you. So even for you, it's something you should just go over it just to get like a little bit of a brushing up skills, because one engineer
Just
can
a
explain it one way.
refreshment.
Yeah, correct. Because one person can explain it one way, another person will explain it another way. One person will explain their own work examples. I will show my work examples. So what's happening is you're
There
getting
is
more
always
knowledge.
a small detail that can increase your knowledge, even if you
Right.
already know
Yeah.
the concept.
Yeah, so if you look at it, if you finish all these videos and then you come back to the knowledge check quiz, we have added these modern level quizzes. So this is kind of like a just drag and drop, and you come over here, okay, this is layer 7, blah, 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 and then you're going to get the ticket. So this really adds to that knowledge. But then again, the main side is the way we teach is to make sure that you understand the concept, but at the case study level. So we are adding more of like examples, troubleshooting, and then you do the actual part on the labs that I just shown you how did I open those labs, right? So you see, it's coming down, then it goes to the network cabling. Now, of course, we don't have anything for network cabling. Now, these things are coming from test out. These are just videos. We're not going to have anything like simulated type of thing. This is cabling doesn't have any labs. So then you go to the IPv4, and then it goes, you see how it goes to, again, subnetting, video, knowledge check. And then what is this right here? Lab, DHCP. Then this is where you asked about the server, right? That's where you're going to start touching server. Like DHCP is mainly done on a server level, right? So we have DHCP theory. Then there's a whole labs about DHCP, how to configure the whole server on the 2019 or 2022 server. It's going to be the same. So if you do something on 2019, it's exactly the same on 2022. There's no differences in these major like core services. Later on, you may see a little more advanced services that people are still using it, but there isn't a big difference in these two servers. Okay.
Yes.
So you see DHCP, DNS. This is an example that I'm just showing. DNS, all these major tools, and it's just that you can't get away from this sort of learning at any level. You need to know that DHCP, DNS, all that sort of stuff for any other job in IT, like advanced job. So then you see, we get into more things that you need to, like security, firewall, switching and routing, specialized network. You talked about like, different type of network. This is where you're going to learn some from the lecture, some from the lab.
Yeah.
Then we have wireless. We have all that sort of stuff that you need to cover, all the way to cloud administration and searching for jobs. This is for the people who are looking for jobs if you don't want that. But this is going to take you some time. And once you finish this, one question will be resolved. And that is, how do I start the network administration and system administration in a more academic and practical way? So I'm not worrying about the basics. My foundation is weak. That is taken care of in this course.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So once that foundation is fixed, then where do we go? After this, you see, this was a transitioning roadmap. This was not specialization roadmap, right?
This is
that
just
you
to clarify myself, so I can know the next step.
Yeah, go ahead. You wanted to ask a question?
No. I'm telling you that this transition skills is just to clarify myself, filter what is my basic, so I can feel more confident and so I can choose
I would say
step.
it's more than just clarification. Like when our members, when they finish IT support and they say, I want to become a junior network admin or a junior sysadmin, if they finish this transitioning skills roadmap, they can actually pick up that resume. You see in this course at the last where did it go? I can open it again. So at the last module there was a resume too. There was actually applying for jobs and everything. So if somebody have IT support skills and they finish this course, it's a long course, they can go out and look for a junior sysadmin or junior network admin job just from finishing this course. Because it's not a 2 hours long course. It's a 30 or 40 hours long course, I believe. Okay. So it's way more than just that basic. So now, of course, because IT is very big, when it comes to teaching, it's not easy to tell people that, people will come say, I want to become a server administrator, a Windows Server administrator, because I see somebody in my company and I really like that job. Now that's a specialization. That's like you're going specifically to Windows Server, and you are going to become a Windows Server administrator in a very large company or a mid-sized company, and then they're looking for somebody around 80 or 100K, whatever they're paying, but they will tell you that you're only going to work on server, Windows Server, and of course virtualizations are going to be a part of, like Hyper-V or let's say VMware. Okay. So in this case, you're going to come and say, okay, I want to make my skills very, very good on Windows Server. What are you going to do? You're going to start Windows Server administration roadmap. And you're not going to go into any other roadmaps. Why? Because you cannot do two major specialized skills side by side. It doesn't make sense, right? Like when you're doing Windows Server and the next hour you're doing Cisco routing and switching, you're going to blow your mind, right?
Yes, I know.
So this is where then you're going to come over, and then this is going to be Everything will be on Windows. Windows Server, Windows Server, Windows Server, this, Windows features, this, Windows roles, this, Windows, and it's going to be all lab with labs as well. Like it's going to have labs and all that stuff. But we're not going to teach what is IP again, how to configure IP again, what is
Yes.
TCP again, because where did you learn that? You learned it right here.
Yes.
So we cut down on that time in this because we only want to focus on server, its roles, its features, what it do,
Yes.
how things are done. And some
Yes.
videos are going to be from us, some videos are going to be from the partner. Does that make sense?
Yes, I
Because
understand.
we work with the very large companies in this industry. They don't do what we do, we don't do what they do. So we work together.
Yes, to complement the knowledge.
Exactly. So now, if you say, well, Danish, things are moving to cloud very fast, and I want to learn about the cloud too. So you're not going to learn too much about cloud in these transitioning roadmaps or Windows Server roadmap. Again, you're becoming a more specialized person, because we call this person, when they work in a company and then they do like systems administration and cloud, we call this person a hybrid sysadmin.
Yes.
Okay, hybrid, right? So we call this a
Yes.
hybrid sysadmin. Why? And who can become a real hybrid sysadmin? The person who already know the on-premises, the way old school, or let's say the normal way of like virtualization and everything, and then companies move to the cloud. Cloud was not there before, right? We had on-premises first, then we have virtualization, then we have cloud. So the person has to have the flow, or else this person, if somebody hired somebody for hybrid systems administration, and this person only did like AZ-104, and he's like, oh, I'm really good at cloud. The moment they say hybrid, this person will fail, because that person cannot go back to the on-premises virtualization connections between. This person doesn't know a lot, too much knowledge on how companies are hybrid, how they're connected. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, I
So
understand.
this is why it has a flow in there: transition, then specialization. If you say I want to become a hybrid sysadmin, you got to do transition first, you got to do the server administration second, then you need to do the the cloud administration, and then you need to go to specialized server training that teaches you about cloud and server connection. Because if you don't know about the cloud and you don't know about the server, how can you become even a hybrid cloud administrator? You cannot become that person.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So if you say I want to focus exactly on AWS, so what are you going to do after cloud essential? This is like a transition to cloud now, and then again specialization to what? AWS, right?
Yes.
If you say, well, Danish, in my company we use Azure, you're gonna not do the AWS. Where are you gonna go from? Cloud administration, you did the basics. Where are you gonna go for
As a
Azure?
cloud. Yeah.
Yes. And if you say, I want to learn about the hybrid after the cloud administration and server administration, you have done all that stuff, then where are you going to do? To the hybrid then.
Yes.
Okay. You also mentioned about Cisco, because you're dealing with too many things at this point. Then here you go. This is the Cisco one. Right?
I have to mention, because this is what I faced, because I have different scenarios. If I face that issue, so I had to get, I have to prepare myself to solve also this kind of problems.
Yeah, but let me add this one thing here. There's, like, you've been in IT. There's absolutely no way any platform can cover what you're doing, because you're doing too many things at once. Does
Yes,
that make sense?
I know that. Yes, I know, because
So
I
there will
also
be
jumped.
things that are going to be missing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
Okay. So now
I'm
this
aware
is
of that.
so this is all the academic way of learning. Because if somebody comes to us, they are usually in America, UK, US, Canadian market. In most cases, they're not going to hire one-man show type, unless it's a small company. That's not a proper way of doing IT, basically. Like if this company is, yes, you're running your own company and you're worried about it, it makes sense. But at some point when you grow, you are going to also hire specialized people for each area. You're not going to hire one-man IT show for every time. It's going to be really hard for you to find a person like that. And if that person still's there, that person will always try to go out of your company because they cannot handle that stress, right? So it's like when we look at the academic way, we are going to teach for specific specialization job. If somebody say, I want to become a Windows sysadmin, and a company is paying 80 to 90 to 100K in America, why would they go and do a Cisco at the same time? Why would they do cybersecurity at the same time? No, they're not going to do that. They're just going to learn about this.
Yes.
Right? So you have to understand, from our side, it's going to be always a flow in it. But now here's the thing. Let's say you become too good at this stuff, and now okay, this is their flow. These are the experts. They've been doing this for 10 years. They got different students and all that. But you are an expert in your own company, and I cannot even come closer to you because you deal with your own clients. You have your own way of dealing things and all that stuff. You're way better than where you are. but you still want to utilize what we teach. So I already showed you the teaching style. Like this is how we even give it to colleges now, because college come to us, college say, hey, we don't want this module. Just give us this one module, because these are the guys that are like, mainly in colleges, people are like just getting into IT, right? They say, we just want this module. They don't care about the rest of the stuff, right? So,
Yes, yes.
so this is an academic side, and the roadmap is all about like an expert. We sit down there, we did research for many, many years, and we're like, okay, this is the best possible route for anybody to learn IT, and this is how you get started. But if you say, I am above this level, like I don't need to know the theory, I don't need to know about a lot of talking, and then I have to do the lab, then here's the thing. You go to the practice lab just by clicking here like this, and what's happening here, you got 170 labs available in this membership with you. So you, if you're a master, or let's say you're a skillful individual, you pick your own lab over here and just get started right from that practical lab. You don't need to do any video stuff if you want that. Let's say, for example, you say, Danish, my Linux is not too strong. I'm just going to come over Linux, and I'm going to find the latest lab that is available in Linux, and that's probably this one, the 005, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to open that lab by clicking here, and boom, you're in the lab system right now. And now you just go ahead and launch the lab, and that's it. You just get started, start learning from the lab. You don't need to do the videos if you don't want to. But the only issue with this approach is that it doesn't have videos. So if you're not good at following, steps from documentation, you're going to have trouble. So for some of these labs in the roadmap, if you see a course in the roadmap and it has a lab in there, then we have invested huge amount of energy and time, and we created every single lab video for those tasks that you just saw in the lab. And that takes care of a lot of headache. And that's especially for students. When you deal with students, or when you have a new text, they're going to come back to, hey, Taheer, my exercise number 1, task 1, I got stuck. Now, of course, you're going to lose your mind if you have to do this every day.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So this approach have videos for a reason, because then we have thousands of members. We cannot sit here and answer people, task 1, they got stuck, task 1. We're going to charge them like crazy amount of money, and that's not going to worth it. We don't want to do that. So
Okay.
So this is where, like, if you come over here and say, oh, I want to learn that same Linux course from a video format. Now, I believe for cloud administration, you need to know about Linux. Let me just actually open that. Linux should be here, because if you do cloud, you're gonna come across Linux. There's no way you can get not do the Linux. So here you go. This is the course for the Linux, which has all the videos for the labs, and here's the lab again. If I click on it, it will open again. If I click on from the course, then I can get into that course and actually watch every single lab video in here, like start introduction. You see started module 1, module 2, module 3, and these are videos. And then if you want to open the lab, you can just come on the bottom and open the lab, launch the lab the way I opened it. So there are multiple ways you can learn in our platform. Okay, this is really up to you. How do you want to utilize it? Because the platform is pretty big in terms of skills learning.
Okay. Man, I wish I would find you guys 10 years ago.
I heard this comment like, man, so many times. Yeah, even on different channels as well. I mean, the reason, look, we do this is because we're IT professionals ourselves. So what you say, I hope you found it 10 years. I did the same wish when I started this career. I wish I had this platform like from somebody.
Yes, this is very true.